Mum needs the transplant within 72 hours or they're moving her to palliative care.
I need £50,000, Dad. I wouldn't be here if there was any other way.
Richard.
She's your wife, Dad. She was your wife for 20 years. Whatever happened...
Microdrama platforms do not ask whether you can make a good episode. They ask whether you can make the season, on schedule. So this is how to make a microdrama with AI at the speed the format actually demands, without the lead changing faces halfway through from a season I just shipped, 10 vertical episodes, 9 by 16, built for phones, 90 to 120 seconds each, 3 people, 3 working days. First, respect the enemy because volume breaks the normal workflow in 3 specific places. Memory. Every generation starts from 0. So a human reattaches character images and location refs to every shot, hundreds of times per season, and that job scales with episode count. Drift. It compounds. 1 missed attachment shifts a face, 1 stale reference changes the look mid-arc, and by episode 6, the lead does not match episode 1 in a format people binge in 1 sitting. And the cue. Everything files through 1 person serially in a business whose entire economics is quantity. Name it properly and the fix becomes obvious. How to make a microdrama with AI is a production management problem. Memory, consistency, and parallelism at season scale. Invideo Agent is what made the schedule real for me, and I will say it the way it happened. I had shipped volume before, but never volume that stayed consistent, and the workflow inside Invideo Agent was the first one where the season carried itself. The whole season became 1 project, and the project remembered. Bible, character sheets, locations, and visual rules locked into context, the project's memory, and every shot generated against the locks and was checked before it reached review. Here is the pipeline, in running order. Documents went in once, and I mean everything at once. The whole season's scripts, not scene by scene. The show Bible, arc, characters with names, ages, looks, and relationships, the tone, format specs, and every locked episode script absorbed into context as the single source of truth for the season. With Invideo Agent returning a season plan for approval before anything generated. The volume lesson up front. Locked scripts are throughput. Open creative questions are the slowest thing in the pipeline. Referencing came next. What I had in mind for the look, the tone, the cast went in as references, and Invideo Agent reads them in layers, each element in isolation, so a reference gives you its light without its baggage. Referencing also installed the season's operating rule. Everything builds from a locked base, never from scratch. Mid-arc changes are made against the base once, deliberately, which is how intentional change and accidental drift finally get separated. Then the references came back as casting options, and 1 pass of choosing and iterating later, my characters were final and the character sheets locked in Invideo Agent. How do you hold 1 face across an entire season at volume? The sheets live in context, and Invideo Agent pulls them into every generation itself. So the attaching job that scales with episode count simply stops existing. At volume, those sheets are the whole ballgame. Every face in every episode all season traces back to them. Locations ran parallel by default. Every recurring space described from the scripts, all generated at once in variations. Review 1 while 3 more generate, then lock the finals as the show's spatial anchors. Every return to a place is a return, not a rebuild. Then the scheduling move I now do on every project. With the character sheets and location sheets locked, go back to Invideo Agent for a second plan, a short one, now that the sheets exist. It reads the scripts against everything in context and returns the season as a schedule. What generates when, which episodes lean on which assets. For anyone running content at volume, that plan is the difference between a pipeline and a pile. Storyboarding protected the pacing, which in this format is the product. The shot-by-shot breakdown built from each script for approval, sequences broken on natural beats, dialogue never overpacked into a single 15-second generation. Scrutinized scenes got a vertical storyboard approved frame by frame before any video, with the trade accepted up front. Boards keep their boards, and the happy accidents stay unhad. Per scene, my call. The speed section. And I will keep it as tight as it kept my schedule. Multi-agent, in lanes, multiple Invideo agent sessions, separate tasks, talking to each other through the same context, their work checked at review, like any cruise. That is how to make a microdrama with AI on a deadline. The queue becomes lanes, and ask before generation. 3 settings. Ask before every action. Ask before each generation. Generate while you review. Each a different mix of control and speed, and switching between them per scene is a skill worth building. Gated where it mattered, wide open where it did not, nothing made twice. Production was built for the edit from the start. Every shot generated against the locks, checked before review. My catch was a location take that came back with the wrong apartment variant, flagged against the locked final and regenerated before it reached anyone. 3 to 4 options per shot because the editor is the customer, selects imported straight into Premiere Pro bins organized per episode. An upscale pass judged where microdramas live, on faces and fabrics, and a subtle grain pass in the NLE. So the volume verdict on how to make a microdrama with AI, 1 sentence to pin. A microdrama season at volume survives as one project. The show Bible, the cast, and the world lock into context in Invideo Agent. Every shot is checked against those locks. And that is why the last episode looks like the first and the schedule held. If you are choosing what to run your seasons on, my answer is Invideo Agent at invideo.io. And now, here is an episode from the season I made with Invideo Agent.
Mum needs the transplant within 72 hours or they're moving her to palliative care.
I need £50,000, Dad. I wouldn't be here if there was any other way.
Richard.
She's your wife, Dad. She was your wife for 20 years. Whatever happened between you, she doesn't deserve to die because
She's his ex-wife, Ivy. And this family already has rather a lot on its plate without underwriting someone else's medical bills.
There might be a way, actually. Caleb Ashford, the Ashford family's bachelor, just got out of prison. Some sort of reckless driving charge, drove a car through the front of a restaurant. The family's arranged a marriage. I was supposed to go through with it. But no, not for me.
You want me to marry him?
Take my place. Saturday. The Ashfords don't care which Pharaoh girl turns up.
And the 50,000? Marry the boy. The contract's signed. Someone has to show up or the Ashfords sue. I'd rather it wasn't me. You'd rather Mum doesn't die. Take it or leave it. We have dinner at 8. Saturday?
Saturday.
You promise me you'll give me the money if I marry this man? Of course we will. Now go on. Enough of your dramatics.